Happy Thursday. Welcome to Change Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deontay Burton. We got an awesome show planned for you guys tonight. Please excuse me for being tardy. I know I say that a lot. Blame it on I-20, not me.
That's right. That's
man.
right.
Dan Reed won't let me over.
It would?
I had to go around down Chapel Hill.
Oh, wow.
Man, you know, right.
Wow.
It's all good. I'm here.
Right.
But
you made it.
Yeah, I made it and everything. But guys, we got a great show planned for you tonight. Today we're talking about why my life keeps going in circles. And we've talked about this show. Actually, it's a show for 2019.
Mm-hmm.
But what I wanted to talk about, man, damn. I'm just thinking about it. 2019. This is a show we did in 2019. And the reason I want to rehash, I think it's a great show for us to revisit, especially after we're in the first quarter of the year, because a lot of times people start the year off with a lot of New Year ambition, New Year enthusiasm, things they want to do. But shit, three months in, everything they had planned back in December or with January, none of this stuff has went into fruition. They ever started implementing anything.
Right.
So I want to have a conversation today where we're talking about, again, why my life keep going in circles. Well, we're going to revisit probably some of the practices and things that you practice or habits that you guys got going on and how they can be impacting you in, I said, a negative way, but just causing things not to happen that you pretty much want to have happen.
Right.
So again, we're talking about tonight's show is why my life keep going in circle. Before we get started, I want to say what's up to my house producer, DJ Lab.
What's going on, brothers? Another great spring day in Atlanta. We doing all right. How's every little thing?
Man, everything fantastic, man.
Right.
Everything fantastic. We're near the end of tax season.
Yeah.
Got $1 or $2 more in my pocket today. Yes, sir.
Right.
So been going pretty good, man.
That's good.
Also want to say what's up to my other producer, Slick 316. What's up, Reek?
What's going on, Reek?
Man, yeah, I'm super excited about everything. Again, this is Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deontay Burton. We're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. But the main hub is the Changing Lives YouTube channel where we have over 1,600 videos. We have 25,000 subscribers, close to it or whatever.
Yeah.
Doing okay. We got a lot of great information covering personal development, mentoring, a lot of practical issues we have there. A lot of great information there. I'm going to engage a lot of stuff at tax season. With that, I got a lot of stuff going down the pike because a lot of things I done missed, man. A lot of little short videos I want to do, especially like the ones with the stuff with Chris Brown and all this other kind of stuff and everything. I missed out on a lot.
25,300.
25,300 to be exact.
Yeah.
But even just even stuff I was looking at thing with Gucci Mane and all. There are a lot of things from a practical standpoint we could talk about, not from a gospel standpoint, but I really like to be addressing. But you are making a little money in tax season, so we got to take care of the money.
Got to take care of business first.
Got to take care of that first. But again, what we're talking about tonight, I think, is super important because, again, there are so many people that are caught into the yo-yo of life, where you're in that circle where, like, damn, man, I keep doing this, I keep doing that. That doesn't mean you're not progressing.
Right.
And that doesn't mean you're not progressing. That doesn't mean your lifestyle is not increasing. That doesn't mean your income not increasing. That don't mean you're not doing well.
Right.
What it means is that you're doing well within the same circle. Like the circle is here, but the circle keeps doing this and going a little bit further out, but you're still not doing what you want to do.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I get it.
And that's the thing about it where we start talking about that, where like you're doing this and doing that. And again, things may be doing, that doesn't mean it's bad.
It just means,
because again, you could be in the same situation, pay increasing, mortgage going down, right? Those kind of things are happening, right? But your life's still in that same circle. Still in that same circle. Shit ain't changed. I really don't want to be doing this. I really want to be there. But and that's what caused a lot of why lab, because you're not uncomfortable.
You think that's what it is?
Well, I think that's a major factor in it. Okay. Because change is what we always talk about. It's frightening.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, if I'm making $60,000, I've been at the post office 5 years. Why would I try to do something different? But I do want to do something different. I really do want to do something different. But I'll be making $6,000 down 10 years in. We're just talking now, y'all. So please don't be correcting me about this. In the next 2 or 3 years, I'll be making 70, whatever. Right. Why would I do something different?
Right.
You know, even though something different probably can make me happier. Because I'm not happy here.
Right.
And like I said, when we say going in circles, that circle gets bigger and bigger and bigger because we are progressing, right? We are getting promotions. We are getting more money. We are, you know, so things like I said, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
Circle don't mean bad. Circle just mean the same, right? You know what I'm saying? I put that hamster in that wheel.
It spiral.
It spiral over and over and over and over again.
It can spiral out.
But when we we don't write goals or plans at the beginning of the year to be in the damn circle. We make goals at the beginning of the year to do shit out of the circle,
right?
Because if that's the deal, what the hell we gonna do,
right?
You know, because the circle gonna keep being a circle,
right?
I don't need to write anything about that.
I already know the circle.
Yeah, because the job. I've
been doing it for 10 years.
Hey, real talk, if the job is gonna give me a 4% raise, I have not a damn thing to do with that.
Right.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Right. You're right.
That's gonna be the same regardless.
You at somebody else's mercy regardless of what you do in the circle.
In that circle. Exactly.
Right.
So we start talking about doing things differently. It has to step out of it. But that's a key thing I want everybody to understand. The circle does not mean, you know, just you know, anything negative.
Hey, mama.
What's going on, mama?
Circle don't mean nothing negative, mama.
Hey, guys, feel free to leave your comments or questions in the chat. And also, guys, remember, if you want to call in, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. Again, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. Okay. That was one of the things when I was just revisiting this discussion, right? Because I think a lot of times when we have these kind of things like, you know, I ain't doing okay or doing bad, the circle is the circle.
Right.
And I think people really need to kind of look at that, like I said, because it ain't necessarily bad. But we don't write goals at the beginning of the year to talk about I'm ready to get the 4% raises that ain't got shit to do with my decision making anyway.
Right.
We made that on things that are going to be different. So we keep doing this and keep doing that. But I just want to kind of give that it's nothing negative. But we plan on things that's outside the circle.
Always.
You see what I'm saying? We
plan on. I'm sorry, let me cut you off. We plan on things to get out of the circle. Like, am I correct? Like when we make plans to do certain things, especially when it comes to our careers and lifestyle, we plan on breaking that circle.
Well, not necessarily.
Okay.
Because the circle, you still can be in a circle progressing with your same job. But at the end of you might want to get a new hobby. You might want to do a task, but you're still in that circle.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? But typically, if you're doing something outside of it, you're not still going to the same thing. So that circle might go a little square. It might go a little triangle. It might,
might become a cul-de-sac.
Yeah, there you go. But the problem comes up a lot of times. People go through now. Before you know, we're at December 2026. Man, I ain't do that shit. Damn, I wish I had. I wish, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that happens far too often.
That's true.
Because you know we cause mental stumbling blocks. Well, when I get tired, when things fall into place, or when things slow down and stuff like that, and shit ain't gonna ever change, right? Because your life is your life,
right?
And until you make a conscious decision on doing certain stuff, you know, I get picked on all the time about, you know, I get to do this and I get to do that for my free time and stuff like that. But anybody that knows me personally, you know, even regardless, people know how hard I work.
Right.
They know how hard I work.
20 hours a day. Yeah. So you want to have to work 40 hours a week.
20 hour days, I don't work 40.
Right.
But here's the deal. That ain't for everybody.
True.
But I'm cool with how things are for me. And for the most part, there are things that I want to do. And I understand what I want to do. And I know when I put barriers in front of me. When I commit to do things, I don't feel like there's nothing in the world can stop me.
Right.
But me.
Right.
And that's really just, when I say even stop me, just me not even trying to do it. So I done did too much that I probably wasn't supposed to do because I just stayed focused on it. But when that's easy to say, because when you stop and you see a task at a certain point, you see how hard it is to do certain stuff. It's not to make you stop doing it, but you have to own it. And that's why we'll have a discussion with you guys tonight where we start talking about why your life keeps going in circles. I'm going to give like 5 reasons, for the most part, why I feel like cause most people's lives to go in circle, right? Again, guys, feel free to leave any questions or comments in the chat. And also, please call in if you got a question or anything like that. 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. Why my life keep going in circles? The first one is you really haven't decided what you want. You really haven't decided what you want. People like speaking in the general sense instead of the specific sense. You're not lost. You just really undecided. You know, a lot of time people chase a trend instead of a purpose. Everybody want to do a cigar parlor. Everybody want to do a trucking business.
Right.
Everybody want to be a music producer.
Podcast.
Everybody, podcast.
Content creator. That's the new thing now.
That's the trend. But the purpose is to be able to put yourself here, do this. What is the reason for doing that? I want to have ownership. I want to do this and I want to do that. And it's so general. People keep it that way, right? Because once I'm honest with myself about what I got to do, I got to start looking at certain things. And now I got to look at shit I ain't doing. Right. So there's really when you don't really have no clear direction on what you're trying to do, it's going to be a constant reset. You ain't got no clear direction on what you're trying to do. It's just equal. You have a constant reset. Or keep starting over, keep starting over, keep starting over. When you start planning and having certain things there, because this is the destination, what I got to do to get there?
Right.
I got to drive so many miles. Got to make sure I spend $50 on gas. It's going to take me so many hours and stuff like that. You got a clear sense of direction. And this is where we're going to be. That's the destination. When we don't do that, constant starting over. And people like to leave it that way because at that point, again, we don't want to be accountable. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it. If you don't pick that destination, every road feels like progress, but it leads to nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Right. If I say right now, I want to lose, 30 pounds. You know what I'm saying? If I'm 200 and I want to get down to 170, I'm sitting there saying that, look, this is where I want to be at 170. But if I'm working out, doing this, that, and that, things going back, starting back over, if you got those things set up and it's a clear purpose in doing it, you'll be able to go there. But you just say, I want to work out and lose some weight. Okay,
what you implement.
Let's do this. Let's break everything up. Let's make it incremental. Let's make those goals and stuff like that. Let's, divvy it up. People want to do that because people want to go in the gym and get in my goddamn way and sit in their damn phones, texting whoever. Right. In my damn way. I can't get me a decent workout on. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, big shout out to the VA, man. Your boy, y'all can't see. I told my whole damn pectoral muscle. Oh, wow. Sunday morning. It's on black and blue. I see it. And man, I had to go through all this kind of shit with, getting stuff done. But VA called me this afternoon. We got you, man. They're going to get everything together. Okay. So probably going to have surgery, man, in a couple weeks. Oh, really? Man, I got a big ass hole right here, man. So you got to get a feel. So you got to stitch it back up. My grandma walked in the house Sunday or Easter. She said, "Hey, grandson, like you got a new titty." Shout out to my grandma. Hey, grandma. No, man, that thing, all this black and blue. Yeah. But yeah, I told the whole damn muscle. I see it and everything. But oh, I see it. Yeah, on that. Look like you got a little tag going on that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to the VA. Do it hurt bad? Not like it look worse than what. Okay, because it looked bad. Nah, I got range of motion in it, but just mostly going this way. Okay. That way kind of look very uncomfortable. No, okay. But it looked worse than what it is. Okay. But they definitely probably have to do some surgery. Okay. I got them. I get an ortho consult tomorrow. Okay. So, okay. Man, I was tripping the past couple of days because I couldn't get anybody. I'll tell you about that after the show. Okay. But again, we start talking about those things that cause you run a circle. That first one is you really haven't decided what you want. Okay. The second one is you aren't honest about your situation. You are not honest about your damn situation. Right. You can't fix what you won't face. You can't fix what you won't face. Right? People live above their means, ignoring debt, habits, skill gaps. You think you can do shit that you are really incapable of doing. Yeah. Blaming others and just having any kind of accountability, man, you have to be honest about your situation. Right. Everybody, like people think, Lab, man, I always be straight up with folks. I ain't no damn dream killer, but I'm an honest ass person. Right. People think a lot of times, they say, well, damn, they'll say, because they know Poochie, hey, man, shit, that's some cool stuff, man. I think I want to get in the podcast and all that kind of stuff. Why? Because they sit by their friends and talk shit to shit. Well, people don't understand with this, when you're coming down in this world, you're not talking to your friends. You got to be interesting to other people. Right. To other people. So, the shit you think is interesting and your friend might think is interesting to the masses. Right. Now, if you don't care, you just want to record y'all talking, cool. Right. But when you start want to go in a certain direction, those people have to be honest of, because a lot of folks don't want to talk in front of other people. And again, these aren't things that are wrong, but you got to be realistic about what your skill set is. A lot of folks, when we start talking about going down the road of entrepreneurship, you're not a people person. You like speaking to folks, but you want folks to buy your shit.
Right.
You have to be honest with yourself who you are. You don't like working long hours. You do not like missing certain things. You want to go out on the weekends. If you don't willing to sacrifice it, how you gonna be able to do certain things?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right. And a lot of people won't think about those little things that may prevent them from getting out the circle, but it blinds them to the fact that they don't have what it takes to get out the circle. You get what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
Like, we're not going. Most of us, and I'm guilty of it too. I'm not going to be 100% honest with myself about my incapabilities because I'm thinking I can get them. Like, I can learn that. I can, we always say to ourselves,
my ass ain't like that.
Right. We always say to ourselves, oh, I can learn how to do that. Oh, I can do that. I just recently started saying, man, I can't do that. I recently, last 3 or 4 years, I've been saying to myself, that's not within my wheelhouse. Like, I had to really learn how to tell myself this.
I don't have a creative bone in my body.
Right.
Now, I'm super when it comes to structure, management, implementing, strategizing, but to sit here and make this creative thing and draw certain things out, that ain't me.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm not a structured person, but I can look at something and say, man, I wonder how that look like this.
So with that said, I'm not gonna spend any time trying to build this damn logo.
Right.
I'm not gonna be spending time trying to make think how this website needs to go. I let somebody else do that.
Right.
Anybody can do anything, but you gotta be realistic about what your skill set is, because the shit will end up looking like you made it. I hear people all the time, well, you can do that, you sure can. It's gonna look like it. And you'll waste a lot of time doing things that you ain't gonna be as efficient and effective with doing, right? So those kind of things got to be addressed. Your life won't change until your honesty does. Your life won't change until your honesty does. So until you can be straight up with yourself about what you are or are not doing, shit ain't gonna change. Right. And honesty, being real, it kind of hurt.
Yeah.
Because you gotta see it like, damn, I really did do that. I really did. I will cripple your ass. You know what I'm saying? I can and I will cripple your ass. Yeah. Because you're gonna always defend yourself or put yourself in a position where like you're gonna do it. Because I can do it and I will do it. But you ain't gonna do shit.
Right.
Why you ain't did it yet?
There you go.
Why you ain't did it yet? You're not gonna damn do it. No, you ain't.
I think it hurt. We hurt our own feelings when we have a realistic conversation with ourselves. We tend to hurt our own feelings because we hype ourselves up to believe that we're gonna do it. We're gonna get this done. But in reality, we know on the backside, man, we ain't gonna do shit. And to honestly say that to ourselves hurt our own feelings. Instead of just being realistic in the beginning, like you say.
What's wrong with your feelings getting hurt?
Right.
Like I said, pain and discomfort is what bring change. Right?
Right.
If you're working out doing the same routine every day, with the same diet, something got to change. Either the diet got to change, you got to uptick the workout frequency, right? Or the intensity. Unless there's some kind of change in discomfort, there won't be, just whatever, there won't be any kind of change. And why people don't change? Why they don't change the diet? Why they don't change the intensity or the frequency of the workout? Because they're comfortable. They're comfortable.
They're comfortable with what's going on.
Yeah.
And speaking of workouts, when I used to work out, I used to watch these guys change their routines up, and I started doing it because I was like, okay, I'm thinning it down, but I want to bulk up now. I want to tighten up this muscle and make myself look a little bit more cut. So I had to change the prospect. I had to change what I was doing. Now I was comfortable with what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable coming there, ride the treadmill for an hour, get out treadmill, go work, lift some weights for another 35 minutes to an hour, then go up and do Stairmaster for an hour. But that was thinning me out.
Yeah.
I needed to bulk up. You get what I'm saying? So I had to switch it up. And I was talking, it's just certain things you have to do. And once I got comfortable, I was like, I ain't gonna go lift up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lift all that weight. I'm good with this,
the body response is best to change.
Right.
I remember Boss Long told me that years ago, and it's nothing uncommon for us to get in a certain spot where we're like, okay, we happy where we at, but also you got to be realistic about what you're trying to do if you're gonna sit here and try to make them changes. We can't just want to have these kind of aspirations. You can have them, but you can't have these certain aspirations with this kind of effort. It just ain't gonna happen.
Right.
Everybody want to be super healthy. Everybody want to be super rich. Everybody want to be super fine. Everybody want to be super smart. And until you do certain things, it won't change at all. You know, they just keeping it real, Lab. So I think that's one of the things people have to make sure that they're going to be honest about their situation.
Right.
Again, tonight show we're talking about why my life keep going in circles. Streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. But the main hub is the Changing That Lives YouTube channel. Definitely go there, but also and subscribe to the channel. But also, guys, feel free to leave. Well, I don't need you to feel free. Leave in the comments a question in the chat. We need to get these conversations going because I know a lot of y'all live in them damn hamster wheels. Yes, because you tell me shit
all the time.
Let's put some questions or comments in there.
Right.
But also feel free to call in, guys. Make sure you see what worm got.
Don't talk him up. Do not talk him up.
But you know, it's just you know, again, feel free to call. I'm sorry, 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. The third thing is you keep taking shortcuts. Shortcuts are the fastest way to stay stuck. Man, I got a family member. I call them 3 steps. 3 steps forward, 4 steps back. 3 steps forward, 5 steps back.
Okay.
This is a close family member too.
Okay.
I always say go 3 steps. As soon as he starts saying some shit he gonna do,
right,
shit start messing up. That's why.
Okay.
Because he always, when the process takes, well, there's so many steps, 5 steps, he always want to skip. And what happens? It keeps starting over and over. You know, got that get rich quick mindset. I mean, schemes over systems. Always, you ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to do all that. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What you say, trading code? You finna talk his ass up. I'm gonna try not to.
Right.
But you know, just those things in regards to why things keep happening. Folks always constantly want to just skip over
the quick way. The quick way. You know?
Absolutely, man. And the shortcuts, it ain't gonna work like that.
Yeah.
If you look at it just from a simplistic standpoint, when you look at, just say you look at a building or a house get built, they got to do the foundation, they do the framework, put everything in, then they fill everything in, all the other structural stuff put in, like, you know, there's the other systems, like your systems with your plumbing, your heating and air, electrical, things like that. There's processes with everything. You just can't boom, 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 boom. It's there.
Right.
It's, you know, shit, you know, just like the classic story with the 3 Little Pigs. You know what I'm saying? When you want to skip corners, your ass gonna make some shit. What was it? Was it mud and straw?
It was straw, wood,
and then the brick was the one that stayed. So I say all that to say, you can't cut corners in life. If everything was easy to do, everybody have super success. Everybody be in a certain place, so you can't really skip shit.
Right.
Nobody like to prolong the obvious because you got dreams, but you
can't get lucky.
You can get lucky.
Right.
But shit, if you bring your damn life off luck, man. I mean, just avoid the real work and keep in mind, guys, when we encounter the real work, that's when we learn the most. When we make mistakes, when we bump our head, when we go the wrong route, we're doing stuff. We got to start over. That's when we learn the most, right? And that's when we retain everything because we got something called what? Experience. And you're not going to get experience not trying. You're not going to get experience by not attempting. You get experience by what? Failures. Setbacks, starting over to stuff like that. So stop avoiding the process. If it was easy and fast, everybody would already be winning.
Right.
That's just how it is. That's simple.
Be all CEOs, no employees. Everybody be a boss and no employees.
So next time y'all want to stick a needle in your ass to lose some weight, if y'all want to sit here and just drink laxatives and all this other kind of stuff and everything, think about it.
Right.
Because what happens is, hear me out with this, Larry. Hear me out. I ain't trying to be funny or being for real. What's always going to happen, and I just understand this, you can't live like that. And when habits don't change, you're going to do what? Revert back. You can change shit.
Right.
Whatever. Because they ain't never like what? Stop leak.
Right.
Stop leak going to clog shit up.
Right.
But it's going to mess something else up.
I'll give you a good example. My mom used to always say, I'm going to stop drinking. I'm going to stop drinking. But you can't stop drinking if you hang around the same people that drink every weekend. Y'all do the same thing every weekend. So Monday, you telling me, I'm gonna stop drinking. I ain't drinking no more. But Friday, they all back over to the house. You ain't cutting none of them folks off. You get what I'm saying? So how can you stop something if you keep putting yourself in the same crowd that do the same thing every weekend? Yeah,
and you know what it is, lad? That's a great example because what's the term? We always what? I got it. I got it. You don't got it. If you got it, you wouldn't have been in it.
Right.
So all of us, I'm human. I'm human, man. It's been plenty of time my ass and felt I got it. But at some point you got to catch yourself. I don't have it. But I want to be here. So I got to do some things differently.
Right.
And I until you make those changes, I didn't mean to offend nobody about shots, but I'm very serious about that. You can't live like that. Now, if your thing is I got to get to a certain point for health reasons to get these numbers down, I get it. But most of the time, it's related to a look.
Right.
Once you get the look, well, we get sustainability.
Right. How you sustain it.
Yeah.
Right.
And you never learn how to sustain because you took a shortcut. You get what I'm saying, Lamb? And I think that's where a lot of times people don't understand. You know, you got to sit here and go through a process to do certain stuff. Okay. And I just want to kind of just reiterate that aspect of it.
You know what's another good example of structure and keep doing something. You know the bodybuilder, I forget his name, Tony Atlas, I think it is. You know, his back messed up. He walking on crutches and everything. But since he always has worked out every day, he continues to do it.
Yeah,
because it's what he knows to do. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. You talking about Ron Coleman?
Ron Coleman.
Right. He totally tore up now.
Right. But he still works out.
Absolutely.
Continues to do so.
Absolutely.
Because that's what he knows. His structure is that. This is what I've been doing. This is how I've been doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing else. Basically, is what I'm thinking he's saying to himself. And if I don't do this, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be able to do this. So that's a good example of something.
It's very hard. It's very hard to be dedicated and be disciplined enough to do stuff. But if you do it enough, it becomes second nature.
Right, and that's what I meant by that. You know, I'm not trying to knock him or anything. I'm just saying it's second nature to him.
Yeah. But that's But if you look at it from the perspective you damn near like brush your teeth for taking a bath, you'll be able to do it. Well, we got Trey Nicole. If you want to see change, you got to be the change. Just like if you want something different, you have to do something different. Absolutely, I appreciate that. That's the thing about it. If things are going to be different in our lives, we just can't think upon it. You got to just do some stuff different. And I can't stress that enough. People's threshold with pain, being different, this, that, because even sometimes say you go to a family outing, I know my mama on the show. I can tell my mom, I'm dieting. Oh, get you some of this. Get you some of that. Mom, I can't eat that shit. You know what I'm saying? My mama sitting there like, hey, this, that, and that.
Right.
Do my mama want me to gain weight to do something? Absolutely not.
She wants you to enjoy what's going on with
my mama ain't interested in that. She don't give a damn. She don't give a damn. My mama don't. She's just like, do you eat my food?
Right.
At the end of the day, I'm still in control of that. I don't think my mom wanted naked to have me, but my mom could care less that I'm dieting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just
being 100.
Yeah, she on there. She don't give a damn about me dieting. She just don't want no bad for me to have. Right. You care less. Well, we got training code. You can't expect different results if you're still doing the same thing. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. That and those are things, man. We have to be okay with being different. People looking at your side eye, people saying comments, or they go Poochie dieting, or they go this, they go do that, or they go when I was in the army, me and my buddy joke about it. I was the only one going to school that night. So when I would come back from night school, my BDUs, they go, schoolboy, they were this, that, and that.
Right.
Somebody with thin skin probably took it as the insult. I'm like, all right, boy, just laughing or whatever and stuff, but you have to be okay with being different. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be okay. And I think that keeps a lot of folks because now you got to sit here and you start off in at the gym, and because you haven't been lifting, especially as a man, it can be embarrassing. You can't lift that many heavy weights.
Right.
Because it's kind of like a
rite of passage.
Rite of passage, ego thing. You got old joking up, throwing up everything, grunting,
right.
snorting.
You 500 pounds in.
And you over there like
52 pounds.
Like a damn blunder over there.
Right.
He got a damn jackhammer.
Body all cut up. Hey. Tank top that's cut up. I was living around. I used to have one like that at the gym. He used to come there every time I was in there. Tall, muscular, cut up. Come there and lift about 2 weights and walk out the door. He just come there just to show his body off, I guess. But I was like, look at this one.
And you have to be cool with yourself. They're like, hey, man, this is what I'm trying to do. That's that.
Right.
Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Right.
I got to take care of me.
Right.
So we got to do that. The fourth thing, guys, again, we're talking about why my life keeps going in a circle, giving reason why I haven't, where your life usually going in a circle. The fourth one, I'm going to re-announce all of them. You don't really have a plan. Hope is not a strategy. Hope is not a strategy. You get on your knees at night and pray to God, and God will be like, look here, man. Look here, man. I got you breathing. Look here, man. I woke you up. Look here, man. God is going to give you everything you can't control.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The thing of it is, like I said, you sitting there just dreaming things, but that ain't going to happen.
Right.
It ain't going to happen. And we have no structure, no timeline, no measurable goals. You ain't going to have no damn results. That's the thing of it is, guys, because like I said, a lot of people say, I want to lose some weight. But when you don't have no plan or implementation strategy on it, yes, the hamster wheel. The circle.
Right.
The circle. You're gonna work out, you're gonna do this, that, and that, but you're gonna eat, you're gonna do this certain things. It's how it's gonna be. When you don't sit here and you want to have certain things from a professional development standpoint, you want to increase certain things, you want to have more money, you want to do certain stuff. You gotta have some kind of change, some kind of plan and stuff like that in place. It won't happen. It won't happen, guys. Hope is not a strategy. Now I'm just saying you gotta have that stuff in place, man. And you're not failing because life is hard. You're failing because you really just winging it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you rolling the dice.
That's really what's happening, man.
Right.
That's really what's happening, and people just don't want to address it because, again, lab got to be accountable. You know what I'm saying? People say, "Well, just pray to God. Pray to God, man. Look here, man."
Right.
I keep telling folks, God ain't in the business world. God ain't in the dating biz. God ain't in all that. God, like, look, I gave you a mouth.
Right.
You keep saying stupid shit. You keep saying stupid shit to these women. That's on you.
Right.
You need to take a course.
Conversation course.
Yeah. Check out more change the life.
He take player course.
Man. Yeah.
I can only do so much.
I had a guy named Tom. He was stationed at Fort Hood with me. Boy, Tom talk yourself in and out of drawers in about 30 minutes. I'm like, Tom was an Asian dude from Cali, man. Real cool dude. I said, Tom, man, I ain't never heard, you guys just talking yourself in and out of ass so quick. I told him, just shut the hell up. We go to the bar, just shut the hell up. Little Chinese.
Right.
Nod.
Right.
Hey, I'm gonna get the girl to go. Friend gonna go with you. Just shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. Right, Pooch. Get down. Tom gotta say something. Just shut the hell. I tell you, shut the hell up. Just look Chinese. So that's all that you do.
I used to have somebody in my school like that. He was just cool.
Yeah.
He walked cool. His whole persona was cool. So he kept the women around. You know what I'm saying? Like, how's he doing this? It was just, he knew how to talk to them. He smiled at
and if you don't, just shut the
hell up.
Let Poochie talk. I just remember that, man. Tom just 30 minutes. He just said, "Oh, well, what did you say?" I don't know. I just started talking. Don't say shit. Don't say shit. And that was every other week, man.
Right.
I wonder what Tom doing.
Slick say, you can pray, but God gives you the strength and the grace to make things happen yourself sometimes. It's some sorry jokers out here.
Absolutely about that.
Right.
You got to make sure, guys, y'all put that plan in place. And when we put that plan in place, not crazy plans, what we always say, they got to be incremental and attainable. I want $1 million by the end of the month. You ain't got no $1 million capacity.
Right.
To do certain things. So we got to make sure they're incrementable and they are attainable, guys. We set realistic goals, realistic plans. You'll see things coming up. Trading goals said that's Slick. That's 100% right, Slick.
Right.
Guys, feel free to call in. I know everybody's life ain't going on no straight damn path to Jericho. God dang.
Everybody on the highway.
Highway to heaven. Everybody.
Everybody's on the highway to heaven.
Yeah. 678-740-9894. Again, 678-740-9894. And the fifth thing, guys, is why you like you going to circle is you have no patience. You're not patient with the process. You quit before it even works. Like, you know what I'm saying? Labo here dropping his head. People just want overnight success. They get discouraged too fast. They start restarting before, instead of refining. I just had it's funny I'm even saying this. Organization I'm a part of, everybody was the brothers other board members feeling funny about a contractor we got. I had a conversation with a contractor like, look, shit ain't working right, need to tighten up.
Right.
So my process was like, give them 90 days.
Okay.
Give them 90 days.
And see what happens.
They tighten up, whatever. Oh, no, we need to do something. You understand? when you make a change is going to be very uncomfortable for us. So the things that we're having problems with, we're going to have that in worse transitioning.
Right.
You know, you get what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Now, if you're okay with it, which you guys ain't okay with this problem, I'm not saying don't fix it. Because my thing is those kind of things you may want to fix, you know, especially like depending on what the contract they're doing, you may want to fix that fourth quarter or at least for the new calendar year start. Right. But I'm like, hey man, just give them 90 days, see how it goes. Up. But people don't want to see stuff going, they don't want to refine it and change it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like it.
Right.
And that ain't how things work. And you have to make sure you got to be patient. You got to be patient. And when you sit there and say to yourself, I ain't got time to wait or whatever, a lot of times the thing that you feel like you ain't got time to wait on, you really find yourself waiting on other shit, never doing it. You know, people say, you know, we talk about this all the time. People say, I'm too old to go to school. I don't want to go to school. Why am I going to spend I don't want to go back to school. I got to spend 2 or 3 years of school. Why would I do that? But if you're going to be in the same situation for the next 2 years and you like, shit, I want to be this position or whatever. If you still gonna be in that same situation, why wouldn't you go back to school?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't leave that job. Right. But if you knew you needed that certification, if you needed that degree, then you're gonna be there to get your degree so you can get it. So you can be able to excel at your current job. But people put so many barriers in front of them, like why they can't do certain stuff, and just be patient with the process. Wrong one built overnight. Neither way, you know, your life, your bank account, and stuff like that. You gotta trust the process.
I'm gonna take up for my impatient people. I'm gonna take up for us. I think a lot of times the process is not that we're putting barriers in our way. We see what we're going through, and we see what we have to deal with on a daily basis. And sometimes we can't see space clear enough to do those things that we probably need to do. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. Like, it's just sometimes we know what we need to do. Some of us know what we need to do, but seeing the time, space, and whatever we need to do, you know, the time to do it may not be feasible. And I know you're saying that's putting obstacles in your way. I heard you very loud and clear, but in reality, that may be just the case.
They need to get some damn binoculars.
I mean, see down the line, I get it. See, down the road, I get it. But we're talking about reality right now and right here in our face, and we're trying to figure out what I need to do tomorrow to make this happen.
Well,
I'm going to give you a good example with this podcast.
I can't read.
It's like saying too much.
Man, the lady says, man, go on with that shit. That damn TikTok a fool.
They say some crazy
stuff.
I
ain't reading that shit.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that shit threw me the hell off.
That's why I don't be on the TikTok. Yeah, like it's just things, man. I don't know how to explain it. You're more organized and more, you know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 1, 2, 3. And some of us are not that way, but we just organizing the time and finding the free space to do certain things may not be easy for us.
It's not about easy. If everything were easy, we all have it.
Right.
Listen, guys.
So I just don't want you to think it's an excuse. It may not. We may have to get them binoculars and see where we can make space down the line. But right now, we don't see the space.
It is an excuse, Larry.
No, it's not. It's not an excuse. It is our reality. What we need to do.
You calling it a response,
right?
I call it an excuse.
No. It's not a response. It's reality. It's a reality check, like you just said earlier.
Let me say something, Larry. Let me say something. At the end of the day, whatever I say, whatever you say, is subjective.
We are being honest about our situation.
It's
ding dong. Let's move on.
Whatever I say. It's subjective. Can't argue
let me blow it up.
Can't argue with the producer. Everything gonna be subjective to that.
Right.
At the end of the day, we still trying to get to the same destination.
Right.
And the next year, guy, success didn't skip you. You just walked away too damn early. You just walked away too damn early. Hey, Lab.
I get you.
Hey, Lab. Real talk.
Right.
Real talk.
Right.
Let's just be honest with you. I'm reading a show. We're remixing a show from 2019. And you know, like I know how many people we done had sitting in the same sofa
since 2019.
Right. That quit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that on the surface, like, I'm gonna get a gold mine. Like, man, they got something going there.
Right.
Real talk.
Right.
There are a lot of them that have really had a lot of, but because they didn't want to stay down. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Focus.
They didn't want to sit here and look at whatever.
It's a couple, like recently.
Yeah, man. I'm just saying, thinking we talking about, because we started 17 or 18 with the show.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that. Just think about that, like how many people done sat in the same location over that time, where we can look back like, hey man, they had something. They really did have something, and because they didn't want to sit here and do it,
right?
You know what I'm saying? That woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda, all that bullshit. So that's just the reality, guys. Like I said, I'm not trying to throw nobody on the bus, but we having real we family, so we all have any kind of discussion. You got to be honest with yourself about sometimes, like, I probably should have stayed down. I'm very honest about, and I appreciate the love and support I done got over the years, but I'm very honest about the stuff with the actual YouTube channel with Mr. Short Dollar. I just didn't quit.
Right.
I done went through all kind of shit, business time this day. I went through a whole fucking divorce.
Right.
Coming in here like on some bullshit, crying, reeking, laugh at night.
And push.
Try to take my money. She tried to take my money. Don't take my kids. Right. Reek cussing me out. Like, I went through all this bullshit. So I say all that to say, well, even with trying to figure out this, trying to figure out that, I just didn't quit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, that's the same thing if I want to hit the 150 or the 200,000, you have to sit here and just stay down. Again, I ain't telling you to go bankrupt and go homeless behind some shit I ain't doing, but at the end of the day, we can be honest with what I say with the level of commitment and the level of sacrifice we done made. Real talk. So guys, just
Slick said people seem to not appreciate things that they get easily.
Absolutely not.
Right.
Absolutely not, man. And
what'd you say? People don't respect free.
No, people don't respect that. Hell no, man. Right. I'm just telling you, man. And unless you kind of put some kind of token into it, like you got to pay this, pay that, they don't get it. They don't get it, man. People will sit here and miss where they can call here and ask some of the same shit they got to turn around and pay an invoice for. Look at the show, but I don't want to look at the show.
Right.
You did.
Right.
So look,
I don't give you no extra views.
Yeah. Well, you need that. They just don't want to spend the time to look at the show to ask a free question, as opposed now I got to pay that.
Right.
I mean, just come on now. You getting that?
Right.
And it's amazing with that. But once you can accept that people are like that, life less frustrating, in my personal opinion. So just tying everything together, guys, I want y'all to understand, most people usually don't have like a money problem. That you don't have like a weight problem. That you don't have a development problem. They usually have a discipline problem. You have a patience problem. They usually have a mindset problem. And until you can fix that, you're going to keep spinning in circles, no matter how much weight training, money, degrees, and all that kind of stuff. You got to fix shit up here. If shit ain't fixed up here, ain't nothing going to change, because this is what determines everything going now.
Right.
Period. And you got to be honest with yourself on what kind of strategy you're going to use to get those things changed. So real quick, I'm going to give you guys like a strategy you guys can implement that probably can help you guys. Well, before I do that, before I go too far, I want to restate those 5 things. Those 5 reasons why I say people keep going in a circle. I want you all to remember this. And what I'm going to do, guys, I don't have it on there now. I'll make sure in the comment section on the YouTube channel, I have the PDF, so you have to go there, hit the link you better get. I have the PDF for you guys to go do that. The first one is 5 reasons why you keep going in cycles. You haven't decided what you actually want to do. The second is you aren't honest about your situation. The third one, you keep taking shortcuts. Fourth, you don't have a plan. And fifth, you are not patient with the process. Guys, just a good plan of action so we can get out of everything. I'm going to give it to you guys. So just, if you got a pen and paper, start writing this down. What you say, Training Code? People love free and don't want to put in the work to earn it. My daddy raised me to earn it, and I appreciate it more and did and do 100%. Awesome. And thank you. I appreciate that. Man, with stuff I do with 100 and the stuff me and Chris do at BMU, and I'm always the black sheep.
You always are. Man, you always.
And, Chris always.
You are the Debbie Downer.
Yeah, Chris is always. Hey man, let's do this. Let's do this in the neighborhood. Right. And shout out to my boy Chris Allen, man. Chris, I show you.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, okay. But,
I don't want to say no.
Yeah, okay, but okay.
It's been some months.
Okay. Well, Chris, my brother Chris, me and him in the organization BMU, Black Men United. A lot of handful of us brothers, from the West Side, we do a lot of community work. I'll be the biggest part. They want to give out these damn turkeys at Thanksgiving, and I'll be like, F them people. No. Because they didn't appreciate. I knew, man, it was just so ridiculous to do that. And our intentions and our impact were two different things. And when we started making plans for people to do certain things to get assistance, sign up for this, call this, they didn't want to do it. But they want to pull up all the time and get free shit. That's why folks don't have nothing.
Right.
That's why folks don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying?
The good thing, one example with you give them the grant where to go.
Yeah.
But they want you to fill out the application, mail it out, send it up.
And I wouldn't even think about that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even think about that. Do every damn thing for them and all that kind of stuff, but you want access to it. Even stuff, man, we might do with 100 people come knowing they damn son, I'll F the hell up. Hey, listen, you can come, we can mentor your son, talk to your son, but you're going to have to commit this, that, and that. Oh, I got to come? Who the hell want? If you don't want to fix this motherfucker, why you think we do?
You think we want? Right. So you just try to drop him off.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he the way he is right now.
Right.
That's why he is right now.
Right.
You know, and people don't want to be accountable to themselves. So we got to kind of be fun about that free stuff. Real fun about the free. Real fun about the free for people to find no value in free. You know, they just want. You got to make folks have skin in the game. I'm real fun about that. But I appreciate that, Trading Code. That was a good piece of advice. Guys, now I'm going to give you some action steps you can take to implement that I think that benefit you in regards to keeping yourself out of circle and give you some, things to help you if you're stagnant or things keep being redundant and everything to help you do something different. Number one, pick one of the paths for about 12 months. That being it be the weight loss, the education, whatever. Pick that one path for 12 months. Stop, restart, and we're going to commit to something. Because there's one thing when we write those yearly goals and stuff like that, and you know you're not the type of person to be super disciplined to make those things happen. Let's start to say you're welcome. I appreciate you. If you know you're not one of those people to they can just take things by the horns and do it, let's get rid of. We got 5 things, 5 goals. Let's trash the 4.
Right.
Let's do 1.
Right.
Okay? Right. Let's do 1. Keep it simple. And we're going to stop, restart, and we're going to commit to it. The second thing is I want you to write a real plan. Write a real plan. The income goals, still development, timeline. This is what we want to have. How are we going to do this stuff? Well, we got a real plan where we got everything in place as far as the dates, incremental goals, the actual things that's going to take to implement it. That means so many days a week, so much money, whatever. You're writing down a real plan. The third one is, guys, you just got to make sure your ass cut out shortcuts. If it sounds too easy, it's probably a trap. If it sounds too easy, it's probably a trap. So, again, reason why we're in this situation, why we're going in these circles, because we've been trying to do the same easy shit and it's not changing. So, if something sounds easy to do, stay the hell away from it.
Right.
So, be careful of that. The fourth is track your progress weekly. What gets measured gets fixed. What gets measured gets fixed. Because if you know you're coming up on short on something and you already had a goal for it, I got to do X amount more to make the changes, right? If you know you're doing past what you already set a goal for, you can do what? Set your standards a little bit higher, right? We got to make sure we're tracking the progress, okay? That's not to make you feel bad. That's not to hurt your feelings because you're not necessarily making the goals, but it's to get intel so we can sit here and make more informed decisions, so we can plan more properly, okay? And last, we got to make sure we build with patience like a muscle. Stay longer than your feelings. Stay long. You got, man, be patient. Be patient. Just told Lab.
Keep going.
Hey, I just told Lab, buy some binoculars.
Right.
At some point, guys, you got to stop blaming life and start correcting your patterns. Because the truth is, your life isn't going in circles. You are.
That's what it is.
That's it. Your life is going in circles. Your ass is. And until you there make a conscious decision, stop doing that shit ain't going to change. Okay? Look, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation and everything I did. Thanks for everybody that, the comments and everything. Y'all start calling. I think about this all the time, Lam. I campaign for all the phone and all this shit, and I get the least amount of calls.
And I make it happen.
Yeah. Guys, man, y'all gotta start
I think sometimes your topics, they be strong topics. I think people be embarrassed to admit when, like this situation here, when they're not implementing the plans the way they want, or they're not patient enough to make it happen. I think that's an embarrassing issue for people to talk about. And like we had that one conversation about why people act like kids. You know, nobody wants to admit they wrongs and want to talk about that. Even if they say, like we say, you can be anonymous. You know, they think people on the other end gonna know their voice or something. Like
40-year-old people worrying about who a snitch.
Right.
You whoop a kid's ass by calling somebody tattletale.
Right.
But now you sitting there calling somebody a snitch.
Right.
Man, let me get the hell out.
But people believe that their life is so interesting that other people, if they call in, gonna know their voice. No, they're not.
Unless you Darth Vader.
Right. They're like, no, what? That's Darth Vader right there. And they might even call you Darth Vader. They may
or Worm Guy.
Right.
We know Worm Guy.
Right.
Y'all call in, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the conversation. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I appreciate everything. And we're going to see you guys next week. We'll get back to Mr. Short Dollar. Make sure again you go to Change the Line, hosted by yours truly, Deontay Burton, to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel. Trading code say you better say it. Hey, man. But again, guys, I can't stress it enough. Thank you for all the love and support, guys. 26 been great to me. Everything been great. But like I said, this is a show from 19, man.
Mm-hmm.
And for the simple fact I can do that, I don't see too many people in the game this long.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're just doing it. So I just want to just be a testament to everybody. Shit, you can do what the hell you want to do if you're cool with everything. You're cool with going through being uncomfortable. You're cool with having change and stuff like that. I don't care about that because I'm going to make stuff happen. And if you want things to happen different in your life, you got to be able to commit to that.
That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying? That's just real talk.
That's right.
Not only am I doing a show from 19, I'm on the same platform, so these MF still over here.
Right.
My Misfits family.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
You know, we all here, man. So, guys, like I said, thanks again, man. Y'all be safe this weekend and everything. Tune in, but make sure, again, go to the YouTube channel. Subscribe and stuff like that. Love you all. Be safe, and I'll talk with you soon.